Imagine a single plant that reaches 10 feet below the soil, pulls up locked-away minerals, produces massive harvests of leafy growth, and turns itself into fertilizer again and again, without costing a single dollar ever. Scientists once believed this plant could end our dependence on chemical fertilizers. So why did modern agriculture walk away from it? Here on Green Answers, we're uncovering the forgotten story of a plant built for endless abundance and why it quietly disappeared. Bocking 14 Comfrey isn't just another green plant, it's a biological machine. Every spring, thick leaves explode upward, powered by a deep taproot that dives 6 to 10 feet into the earth. While most crops scrape nutrients from the surface, Comfrey drills deep, accessing mineral layers untouched by shallow-rooted plants. Potassium, calcium, nitrogen, phosphorus drawn up and packed into every leaf. Once established, this plant can be cut 4 to 5 times a season. Just 4 weeks after harvest, it regrows fully. Across a single acre, Comfrey can generate nearly 100 tons of biomass in 1 year, even on poor soil, numbers proven in repeated British field trials. Each leaf is a concentrated nutrient package. With nitrogen levels around 2 to 3% and potassium reaching up to 7%, Comfrey outperforms most animal manures. Lay the leaves on soil as mulch, and they disappear in under 48 hours, rapidly breaking down into dark living earth. No tilling, no replanting, no fertilizer inputs. Over decades, Comfrey doesn't just feed soil, it rebuilds it. Clay loosens, drainage improves. Soil life explodes. This is a renewable nutrient system running on sunlight alone. Unlike wild Comfrey, Bocking 14 doesn't spread by seed. It's a sterile hybrid designed to stay exactly where you plant it. No invasiveness, no takeover, just controlled abundance waiting for someone to use it. And that's where the story shifts. The man behind the plant. British horticulturist Lawrence D. Hills saw what others ignored. Post-war soils were exhausted, food security felt fragile. Hills believed Comfrey could rebuild fertility without chemicals, if it could be made manageable. So he founded the Henry Doubleday Research Association and spent years crossbreeding Comfrey varieties, testing yields, tracking nutrients, and refining one plant above all others. By the early 1960s, the result was clear: Bocking 14. Why Bocking 14 was different? It produced no viable seeds. It resisted disease. And it delivered unmatched nutrient density, especially potassium. Instead of patenting it, Hills freely mailed root cuttings to gardeners around the world. His goal wasn't profit, it was proof. Proof that one perennial plant could replace chemical fertilizers for decades. The numbers don't lie. Lab tests confirmed it. Nitrogen 2 to 3%, phosphorus, potassium up to 7%. That potassium level is gold for fruiting crops. Comfrey doesn't just match synthetic fertilizers, it beats them where it matters most. Compost piles heat instantly. Liquid Comfrey feed rivals commercial products without the price tag. Why agriculture turned away? Then came the age of convenience. Synthetic fertilizers promised fast results, clean hands, and predictable yields. Why cut and haul leaves when blue granules could do the job in minutes? Slow, living systems like Comfrey were quietly labeled inefficient. Not dangerous, just inconvenient. The reputation collapse. In 2001, Comfrey supplements were banned for internal use due to liver toxicity risks. But headlines blurred the truth. The warning applied to ingesting extracts, not using Comfrey as mulch or fertilizer. Garden centers didn't want the liability. So Comfrey vanished, not because it harmed gardens, but because nuance disappeared. How growers still use it. Among permaculture growers, Comfrey never left. They chop the leaves and drop them under fruit trees and vegetables. Within 2 days, nutrients flood the soil. Others brew Comfrey tea, a potent, foul-smelling liquid fertilizer richer in potassium than most store-bought products. Plant it once, and for 20 years or more, you have a living fertilizer factory. Real results, real savings. Orchards saving thousands in fertilizer costs. balcony growers replacing chemical feeds, community gardens rebuilding soil life without synthetic inputs. Even soil scientists confirm Comfrey mulch poses no risk when used correctly, and its environmental footprint is dramatically lower than chemical fertilizers. The question that matters. Today, fertilizer prices soar while soils degrade worldwide. One forgotten plant offers a proven path to independence. Here on Green Answers, we ask the real question. Will fear and convenience keep us from planting abundance, or are we ready to grow freedom from the ground up? So here we are. One plant, buried not by failure but by convenience, fear, and forgotten knowledge. Comfrey doesn't need factories. It doesn't need supply chains. It doesn't need permission. Plant it once and it feeds your soil for decades. While prices rise and soils collapse, this quiet perennial keeps giving, cut after cut, year after year. The real question isn't whether Comfrey works. The evidence has been there all along. The real question is whether we're ready to stop outsourcing fertility and start growing it ourselves. Here on Green Answers, we believe the future of food isn't found in bags and bottles, but in plants that work with nature, not against it. If this changed how you see soil, hit like. If you know someone who still buys fertilizer every season, share this with them. And if you want more forgotten solutions that actually work, subscribe to Green Answers.